So next topic is
Last 17.
should the NCAA have a league that competes against them? Because we all know LeVar Ball wanted to start his own league, but the thing is, who would trust LeVar Ball? You know, like he quits just like Donald Trump quits everything. He just lies and everything, right?
And to be honest, that would be like the XFL.
Didn't he want to create a competing league against the AAU and not the NCAA?
No, NCAA. Basically, what he wanted to do is if people who did not want to play for free in college would go to his league to play, and he would pay them. But you can't trust LeVar Ball. So forget LeVar Ball's league. But if somebody who had the backing, who had the experience, who had the respect in the business world to start a league, right? Like let's say Magic Johnson wanted to start a league. Do we need a league to compete against the NCAA? Would that be a good idea?
I don't think so.
I don't think you need a league to compete against the NCAA. You know, I mean, it's college. Let them go to college. Let them have that experience. Because you don't want... It's like, I get what LeVar was trying to do, and I'll respect him for the fact that, okay, he's just trying to make things competitive. 'Cause competition, there's nothing wrong with that. You always need competition. It's good because it makes leagues try to get better, right? But my problem is, he's almost telling people, forget about college. You don't need schooling.
Exactly.
You don't need schooling. Just come here. Like, I don't want people dropping out of school. That doesn't send a good message for the kids coming up. I want them to go to school.
But the kicker is they're getting paid. That's the kicker.
If you told me, would it be good if they put a competing league against the NBA? I'd be all for it.
Yeah, like another
if they want to try to do that. Okay. Yes, I will agree with that.
Well, it would have to be in a different country. Okay. You know what I mean? Kind of like soccer.
No, I know, but
you know what I mean? Like soccer. This is what I was going to get at.
That's not true. That's not true because Vince McMahon did the XFL. That wasn't in another country. He's still used.
Okay, fine. I agree with you on the sporting level, like on the professional level, NBA, NFL.
Like I think that
it's gone globally. They should all have competing leagues.
Yes.
But when it comes to the college level, NCAA, we can't forget the focal point of it. It's
the schooling.
It's the schooling and slash. It's a development league to be ready for the big leagues.
Because here's my thing. Can I quickly say one more thing?
We should have a competitive league.
Another reason why, furthermore to what I said, that I wouldn't want to say go into the LeVar Ball League or whoever, Magic Johnson's league, if you would, if they're competing against the NCAA, is because at least in the NCAA, you go to school. There's that potential that if you don't get drafted, at least you can go into whatever you did, psychology or whatever. So if you go into his league,
it's like a casino.
What if that league paid for your schooling and paid you a salary?
Yeah, but it has to get big enough, and at that point, it would be diluting.
Then I'm in.
But it's diluting talent. Wouldn't it be diluting talent from another league or people
from the NCAA?
Yeah, but I mean, it would be hard. No one's gonna watch that if it's not as competitive as the NCAA. Because let's be honest,
it would be hard to be as competitive.
It comes down to marketing. It comes down to and
what kind of teams
can you have the actual competitiveness?
Because look,
exactly, like
what kind of teams?
No, but listen though, if athletes get to have their schooling paid and get a salary,
you can't provide that.
But the thing is,
provide that?
My only thing is, I think there needs to be competition to NCAA. Obviously, it's not really feasible, but I think it's needed because NCAA needs to start paying their athletes. You can't keep profiting off of working people, and not pay them. Okay, and on top of that,
working though, they're going to school.
They're working. They're doing a job to make a profit for the league. They're working, or the schools or whatever. And on top of that, if you're not an athlete and you get, let's say, a scholarship because of your grades, okay, so you get your schooling paid and you're allowed to work and make money. When you're an athlete, you're not even allowed to work. So let's say you have time on the side and you're like, oh, I want to get this job at McDonald's to make pocket. You're not allowed.
Okay, I see where you're going with it, but it's like you said though, it's just not feasible because that's way too much money. They're going to have to point that they're going to have to.
What gyms are you going to rent out?
Way too much.
So
colleges will say no,
and not feasible, but is it needed?
No.
I don't think it's truly needed on the amateur level.
It's not feasible.
I think it's needed on the
needed.
pro level.
Okay.
I think you need a competing pro league.
Another sports like soccer, UEFA
all of
Cup,
them.
EuroLeague
all
Cup.
of them.
Another
hockey.
They're all separate, but they're all professional leagues.
Another argument.
Not with school. Just
another argument for that is a lot of people go into sports because of poverty. Okay, they want to get out of poverty. So now you're turning 18, right?
Oh, I'm sweating.
You're turning 18. You can finally make like a whole bunch of money, capitalize on your potential and everything. But then the NCAA is like, nah, you're not allowed to make a single penny. So now your family is still there struggling, needing that money while you're stuck in NCAA. Whereas if you were in a league that would pay you, you can start supporting your family. So that's another argument, right? So people who are poor, now they're like, sorry, mom.
Maybe in that sense.
Sorry, brothers and sisters, I can't help you because I'm stuck. I'm not allowed to work.
Okay, if you're taking those people, but then you're taking scrubs.
Scrubs? LeBron James is one of them. What are you talking about? Who had a poor family who needed money.
He could have. I mean, they would have found a way because he's like
he was getting paid. He was getting paid in high school, I think he was. But if he was in NCAA, he wouldn't have been allowed to get paid.
Yeah.
And then his family's poor.
Well, there you go. That
LeBron James is not a scrub.
It's paid versus eligibility for school.
Like,
and remember, there's only.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's.
Hold on. Remember, every year there's only 60 picks in the NBA draft, and half of those players don't even make it onto a roster.
Like, I get it.
So
yeah,
create
I
this
get where
league,
you're going
give
with
them the
it,
incentive, but you're also promising there's like a 20, maybe 10% chance of making the.
By the way, there's already.
And then you got to work for the rest of your life.
There's already.
You have no job.
There's already a league that if you can't make the NBA, you can make a roster. It's called the G League, but I'm talking about real talent instead of just
there's real talent
instead of going to the NCAA. They just go straight to a league that pays them.
Yeah, but those leagues will never be as good as the G League. Not even. There's college teams are not as good as the G League. G League is serious, man. There's
some really good talent.
Like there's a reason why it's a step below, and there's teams that
These are the farm teams. Out of there.
These are the farm. These are farm teams.
So you're telling me NCAA versus G League would win?
I think so.
Unless they're playing against Kentucky. It's about the only team.
Yeah,
unless they're playing against like Kentucky.
Okay. So here's my. it's because G League is part of NBA. NBA is complete.
Yes.
No.
You got it.
Hold up.
You got him.
That's. Let me finish my point. G League is part of NBA. NBA is complicit with NCAA, so they would never allow the G League to pay players a scholarship to play in the G League. That's because that would be the solution right there.
Well, of
G
course
League
not.
Paying
the
scholarships.
G League is the farm team.
Exactly.
You're already in the NBA essentially.
Or
you're just in the farm.
But they're the lower team.
I think it would be nice if the G League could pay scholarships, and you wouldn't be breaking the NCAA rules. And you pay the players.
I know English.
You know the English Premiership, and then there's a division below them.
And
that's like the G League.
No,
that's
but you're saying
because they still have Finals MVP. They still have
that's different.
But
they're irrelevant leagues in there.
The reason why I mentioned G League,
those are G League is kind of an irrelevant.
G League is a legitimate league, right? So they already have the fan base, the respect, and everything.
Okay.
So
I don't know about the fan base.
The business plan.
Players are in and out. But go on.
How do they pay their players?
The players are in and out. They're on like contracts, like really short contracts.
But how do they get that money?
Two-way contracts.
How do they get that money?
Well, they still get paid by the team for sure, but
where does that money come from?
I'm just saying it's hard to have a following fan base. It's hard to have a following fan base when players are always being interchangeably taken out or put in. You know what I mean?
But what I'm saying, they're making enough money to pay the players. Perhaps they would make enough money as well to pay scholarship to the players if the NBA allowed it. So that could be
something to exploit. Absolutely. Yeah. But as a side, as far as LeVar, what he's doing, that's maybe he can compete with AAU, but I don't think he can.
No, LeVar, it's not gonna work.
College.
So let us know.
I don't think it works.
If NCAA should have competition, maybe a league that could pay the players and give them a scholarship. Because to me, if you're working, you should get paid. No.
Yeah, or if you have to wear the
logos and all that
sponsoring companies, you should get a cut.
Exactly.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Let us know.